So I'm making my own beer this week.
Oh.
Yeah, I went out and I bought all of the stuff for it.
Yeah, hops, yeast.
But it's gonna make I think it said something like 54 beers, 54 12-ounce beers, because it's like a 6-gallon tank.
That's it?
Okay, well, hey man, nice hobby. That's it?
54? So we have beer for a night.
Yeah, exactly. During this podcast. It's one podcast worth of beer. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and make a beer. It's gonna take like a month to be ready.
Well, yeah.
Because I guess it takes like 20 some odd days to ferment and then 2 weeks for like the carbonation to hit in the bottles or something. But I'm excited because it's something new and it's something that I'm trying.
Well, that's admirable. And actually, I was watching something. It was I can't remember what it was, but they were talking about beer and how some are triple not distilled, brewed.
Triple brewed, yeah, I guess.
And the second one is actually what gets the carbonation in there. And that's why, if you see little flakes or something in certain beers, that's what it's dead yeast.
Oh, gross.
But that's what adds the carbonation.
Oh, okay. I was a little worried. I thought that was like a bad sign.
No. It just adds the carbonation to it. And you just leave, like we usually do, a little centimeter of beer, pour that out, and you're good.
Huh. I'll have to try it. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm excited. I mean, I feel like I'm in the process of doing something that's going to change my life forever, dude. And let me tell you why. Because I truly believe that if I can get this down and do it well, I might be able to make a business out of it. You know?
Well, everybody else and their mother has made a business out of brewing beer, so.
Yeah. If your mom can sell salsa, I should be able to sell you my beer. 1,000%.
Not according to the federal state laws, but.
Yeah, but like, who needs the government?
True. I mean, prohibition happened, so.
Yeah, exactly. People were
we got away with that.
Yeah, people are selling whiskey out of their dirty bathtubs. Why should I not be allowed to sell you beer out of my dirty bathtub? Sweetheart, when am I going to be able to take a bath? When my beer is done.
Give it a month, all right? Just give it a month. You can use the neighbors.
Yeah, go knock on their door.
They just cook meth in that one. That doesn't take long.
Just walking up to someone's house. Hi, my husband's doing beer in our bathtub. Could I maybe use your bath?
You know what? Jeffrey's also making beer in our bathtub.
So sorry, I can't. Oh gosh.
Fucking Jeffrey.
Why did we have to get hipster boyfriends? That was such a weird thing when growing up. Do you remember when being hipster was like a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
There was people who used to walk around going I'm a hipster. And you were like, what?
Go fuck yourself.
You know what? And as much as I talk shit, I was.
Well, we were the proto.
Yeah, proto hipster.
We didn't call ourselves that, but we acted exactly like those motherfuckers.
I watch indie movies.
Except we were real.
I watch indie movies like Shaun of the Dead, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. You know, real independent stuff.
Indie movies.
Stuff that people don't really know about.
Yeah.
I remember I used to watch movies specifically because they looked weird, and I wanted to be the guy who'd be like, have you ever seen this movie?
Name one.
Gentlemen Broncos. It was by the guy who did Napoleon Dynamite, Jared Hess. Yeah.
I kind of want to watch that now. What is it about?
I can't tell you.
company, or you just don't know what it's about?
I don't remember I don't remember the synopsis. I don't remember how the movie goes. I don't remember what they're trying to get at us. But yeah, I can't remember the synopsis at all. I don't remember one little bit of the movie. I remember putting it on and then being very confused 90% through it.
Yeah.
Then being, because it's a comedy. It didn't feel like a comedy. I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's kind of like, did you ever watch that one? It was The Art of
Self-Defense?
Yes.
Yeah. I tried. I did.
I think I got about 2/3 of the way through.
It's dark, dude.
It's dark. I lost interest, though. It was the thing. And I was like, and then I think somebody distracted me and was like, hey, you want to go do this? And I was like, yeah,
we really
I'm
are
not
two
doing
different
anything.
people because you were like, I just lost interest. I'm like, I just got depressed and I had to turn it off.
Well,
movie make me sad. I don't
Yeah, I don't know. this is gonna sound weird. I don't really feel feelings towards movies the same way most people do.
Really, that's crazy because I
Like
just
horror-
cried to an episode of The Vampire Diaries last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never watched that show,
like
so
Saw.
I might. I mean, I've like cried during like beaches and
Like just looking
Stella,
at beaches.
the movie asshole.
Staring at pictures of beaches. Tears coming out of your eyes.
I'm never gonna see that.
Yeah. Rich, are you okay? I
No, you're just never gonna see beaches.
I love
I'm
Cancun.
a poor white boy. I'm never gonna see beaches.
No, see, you're allowed to do that now. It's called being a van life influencer.
A what?
You don't know about van life influencers?
I've heard of like people living in their vans.
Yeah, they're called van life influencers.
Oh,
So
around
they're-
here they're called meth heads. So
Oh, no, see, when you come from New York, you're a van life influencer.
Oh, okay.
That or Utah. It's one of the two.
Utah,
That or Colorado, Utah, New York.
you know, anywhere in the Midwest.
Yeah, exactly. Midwest. Yeah, the old New York, the Midwest of New York City. God, the Midwest looks crazy these days. You're in New York, man.
Yeah.
So van life guys, they're people who just take all of their belongings and they sell them, and then they buy like a Mercedes-Benz van, and then they like do it up like a house. They have like a bed in there, like a microwave. Some of them have like hot pots. You know what I mean?
Do they not know campers exist?
No, because that campers are expensive. Vans you can fill up for like $100, whereas campers you gotta fill up for like $400. Yeah. So there's people who do that, and then they're jobless. So they're essentially like bougie homeless people. Yeah.
I'm homeless, but I film myself
Yeah.
while I'm doing it.
I'm homeless, but I wear
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah. I'm homeless, but I have a Versace bag. So that's what makes me different.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's really nuts. Like I see the videos all the time. These people they'll like film TikToks of themselves, and they're like, so today I woke up. I was in a small town in the middle of Colorado. Then I got in my van and I drove 300 miles to the beach. And now I'm just sitting here watching the ocean. This is the life I want to live. And you're just like, yeah, I kind of like just having a 9 to 5.
I don't even have a 9 to 5, but yeah, that doesn't seem, I don't know. That seems like it could kind of be cool. Like you want to see the world or whatever.
That might be our age too.
That could be it.
Yeah. But no, I agree with you. It would be fun to see the world, but like in the same regard, you could just save up money and go on, like a trip.
And a lot of that just doesn't seem feasible.
What, living in a van?
Well, like,
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
well, I just remember like car rides, like when we would go on a trip.
Yeah.
And my father was too cheap to buy a hotel room, so we would sleep in the car. And it just kind of scarred me for life.
Van life influencing. Back of a Toyota Camry.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
How did you know the type of car?
Everyone had a Toyota Camry at one point, dude. No, I had I thought about that. And I mean, for a minute there, I thought about doing it because I was like, I looked at it, I was like, man, that does seem fun. Just like selling everything, getting in a van, making that thing real cool, you know what I mean? Driving around the country. But then you think about the reality of it, right? Because let's just say you're like, I don't know, middle of like Minnesota on your way to North Dakota and your van just breaks down. They don't show that.
They don't show that. They don't show like the creepy people that are peeking into your van while you're sleeping, or
They don't show having to take a shower at a rest stop. You
yeah.
know?
Have you ever had to do that?
Yo, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah, gas station showers.
And
are
you
not a
have
good
to
time.
pay for it.
Yeah, not even that. Like I remember I used to go into like bathrooms at gas stations and like shower in the
Horse
sink.
bath.
Okay. I don't know if you're allowed
That's
to say
a
that
technical
anymore.
term.
It is. Yeah, it's in the Webster's dictionary.
Yep.
Webster's dictionary, whore's bath.
Pits, tits, and ass. That's all you have to worry about.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it'd be kind of fun. That is, again, until, like you said, someone's, like, peeking through my window. What are you doing in there? What? What are you doing in there? Can I come
Sleeping?
in?
No.
Can I sleep in there?
No.
Come on, man. I'll give you $5.
That is gas for
money.
like...
Yeah, exactly. All right.
All right, come on in. I'm not going to spoon you.
How does drinking in one of those things work? Can you? I mean, I guess like if a vehicle's parked, are you allowed to drink in your van?
Oh, okay. I only know the state of New Mexico. As long as the keys are not in the ignition, you're okay.
Get pulled over by the cop. They pull the key out, throw it out the window.
Well, wasn't in the ignition.
The ignition's not in the car. So, sir, you were swerving all over the road going 150 miles an hour.
Yeah, the keys are over there.
You don't have proof that I did that. So there are beer cans all over you. The keys are in the ignition. I don't know what to tell you.
It's fine.
Okay. Damn, kid. I guess he got away with it this time. Shucks.
Yeah.
The Southwest has been home to the most infamous outlaws, from Billy the Kid to Neil Patrick Harris. Safe to say, legends have wandered these deserts. And if you listen closely, you can almost hear the wind whisper their story over this barren land. Well, these two gunslingers, they have their own story to tell. They're shooting from the hip.
What other vehicle do you think would be a bad time to like have to live in?
Oh, a Toyota Camry for sure.
Yeah, that's personal experience.
Well, mine was a Corolla.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's
To be fair.
It's weird how being homeless has like just gotten so normal on TikTok. Like the amount of TikTokers that I see that are like, I live in my car. Spend a day with me living in my car. And I'm like, this doesn't seem fun. This isn't, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I understand the idea of like not wanting to live at one place, but dude, just rent a trailer. I mean, like,
like there's, I don't know. I feel like there's ways to do it. I don't know. I've lived in the same area for my entire life.
I like sleeping in the Home Depot parking lot because they have a lot of lights. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good.
Dude, I just don't want to be woken up at 3 a.m. to someone knocking on my window.
Yeah.
That's like, that is terrifying to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, see, we're lucky enough that at any point, if you're quote unquote homeless, you can go camp.
yeah. Because
Like
we have
the mountains are right there. You can set you up a little spot.
Get you a tent.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have a tent, sleeping bag.
Yeah. Good sleeping bag. Or even if you don't have any of those.
Mauled by bears.
I was going to say you can just sleep in the vehicle.
Find a bear.
Actually, the bear population is depleting around us. I haven't seen a bear in a really long
Oh
time.
no, dude! What are we gonna do without bears?
I
What do they do for the ecosystem other than being the cutest fucking thing that's ever existed?
okay, but they're also apex predators around
They're
here.
cute apex predators. Let me tell you, dude. We almost hit a deer on my way to work the other day.
A deer and an elk.
Elk. It was
Because those things are fucking huge.
Yeah, we were driving through the
Deer
mountains.
just hit those motherfuckers. Elk, little different.
Well, like we were driving through the mountains. It was like 5:30 in the morning. We had to go. It was like a 2-hour trip, and so we had to drive through. And on the way, I just remember what I saw like a car with its emergency lights on. And I went there was someone else driving, and I was like, "Hey man, why is that guy that has emergency lights on?" And he's like, "I don't know. It happens all the time up here." And I was like, "Okay." And then we keep driving, and then we get close, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, an elk!" And he was like, "Oh," and I was just like, "Not
Maybe
kidding."
there's a reason.
Probably like this, like you can't see it, but like
within
super
an
close
inch.
Yeah, like we like barely missed that big boy, and that dude just looked at us like,
It happens all the time.
"Do it."
Well, yeah, elks are fucking crazy, dude. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, that thing's taking out my Toyota Corolla 100%.
Yeah, it's a vermin the size of a fucking SUV.
Oh no,
is what
my
they
house.
Are. Yeah. That's the only time I've ever. Well, okay, not the only time, but the time, like the main time that I've totaled a vehicle is
Because of an
avoiding
elk.
an elk
Yeah.
and ended up hitting a tree. And I was like, yeah, this is so much better. At least Mr. Elk gets to go walk away. And
You look over, he's just flipping you off.
yeah, he just gives me that fucking stare.
And I hate to say it. I know this is gonna sound bad but you guys gotta understand. We live in the country, dude. I know you come to the mountains and you're like, oh,
It's
a deer.
yeah.
Oh, an elk.
It's beautiful.
They
It's much-
are vermin.
They are vermin.
They do
are not
nothing. They are need-
food. That's what they are.
Yeah.
They are food, and not enough people are eating them.
And they make
That's
a
the
good
problem.
burger, dude. Let me tell you, they make a
Elk
good burger.
burgers, dude. Holy hell!
100%, dude. I think Arby's is selling elk burgers right now, which is even nuttier. Yeah.
Where are they getting the elk?
I don't know. They probably have like just a big processing plant. You said not enough people are eating them. That's probably who they're getting.
Well,
them
maybe
from.
we do need population control around here, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I hate to say let's kill all the
Living
animals,
beings.
but I hate to say it, but as long as we eat them, I'm okay with it because
Yeah.
there are way too fucking many.
Dude,
Way too fucking many.
I'm just saying, you can't really have an opinion on it until you've had a deer like go at you, and then you're like,
or 5-10 of them try to kill you on your drive home because you're going down a windy ass mountain path and they just happen to be there that
Yeah.
time.
have you ever seen have you ever had a deer? So I had a rabid deer one time when we were up in the mountains. It came near us, and I remember being like, oh, look, a deer. And like it legit looked at us and was like, and like was like foaming from the mouth. And I was like,
Oh, there's a specific disease for that, and that's why like even roadkill
Zombie
you can't eat. Zombie deer, you can't eat because you have to have it inspected. Like they basically have to take fluid from the spinal cord to see if it's infected
edible.
or not. Yeah, and it's some like muscle eating disease. So if you eat it, you're fucked.
That's wild.
You're done.
See, and that's what I get for eating elk jerky. Man. I knew it. I knew it would come back to me at some point.
You listeners can't see this, but Juan is literally withering away right now.
In the wind. I'm a part of the wind now.
That's the goal.
Juan, where are you off to? Wherever it takes me. Dude, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I understand the need for it. And I think it's funny that people are so against it, especially if they haven't experienced it. Like, everybody loves a deer because they're sweet looking. You know what I mean? Bambi.
Right.
But until that dude is standing in front of you while you're going 70 miles an hour,
Yeah.
and he's just going to be like,
And he's
who's
just
going to win?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing about it is, especially around here, like coyotes, that's fine. As long as you turn in the body to the county, that's just population control.
Right.
But deer, and a lot of people don't know this, we raffle off tickets to hunt deer and elk around these parts. A lot of them go to people out of state who don't understand
You're not supposed
living
to feed the
around
thing.
here.
Yeah.
Who they don't understand how much of a nuisance they are, how much like they affect our natural agriculture, how much they affect everything else. But coyotes, that's fine.
Yeah. No, that's the thing is they go to like farms and just eat crops.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to eat crops, but they just show up and they're like,
Well, I'm going to do
hey, I
it.
really appreciate the carrot you gave me this morning. It's like, I didn't offer you the carrot, dude. That's the issue. You showed up to my house. Like
And you
that's
took the carrot.
that's someone coming to your house, going into your fridge and eating
say,
your food.
Hey, thanks, man.
That's similar to what the elk and deer are doing to our area. And so like, I'm just saying, I understand. I get it. Oh, they're beautiful. They're so sweet.
And yes, they are, but they are still, by design, they are food. That's it.
Yeah.
Whether it be for natural predators such
Dude,
as wolf or
We're going to make some
bears,
people
we're going to make a lot of people
on this
angry.
one, dude.
But we are educating the rest of the country here right now, okay? That yes,
We're about to get invited onto the Joe Rogan's podcast after this one, dude.
But they, like, by definition, they are food, whether it be by natural predator or by humans.
Yeah.
They are food.
Yeah, that's what they are. You
Yeah.
can't be upset.
I'm
about
not
it.
saying hunt them to extinction, but
Yeah.
they are meant to be hunted. They are meant to be eaten. and eaten. I don't mean just kill them and leave them on the side of the road.
You eat the meat that comes from
Everything.
Everybody I know who hunts eats. Like you get elk jerky this time of year. We are in the time of year for elk jerky.
Yeah, and you don't only just eat it yourself. You share it with the community. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, yo, dude, I have thank you for helping me move. I have a freezer full of elk meat. I'll give you a couple of slabs or something.
And they give you like 3 pounds worth of that. That's like
you freeze it. That's
going to
last you a while.
Yeah, dude, it's so good too. You salt that, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a
you have to cook it
losing their mind. Oh yeah, dude.
I'm so seriously doubt vegans are listening to our podcast.
We're trying to be inclusive, but like you got to understand, man, they're a danger to society.
It's necessary.
Yeah, you know how you call the cops on like a kid selling lemonade outside of your house because he doesn't have a permit. That's Elks to us.
Yeah.
I saw that. There's a thing that I saw on Twitter earlier today. There was a story of a kid who opened like a hot dog stand in like downtown Philadelphia, like in front of his house. Mm-hmm. And when they somebody called like the health
Power Rangers.
Yeah, exactly. Someone, are you sure? I don't feel right about it. Stop it. Stop his hot dog
the
stand.
business.
But anyway, so they showed up and like the health inspectors, instead of being like absolute pricks, which I mean was expected, they were like, hey, we're going to teach you how to like cook hot dogs correctly. And then we're going to pay for the permit because whoever called you in is a bitch.
Well, that's actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Let me tell
Big
you.
ups to Philadelphia. Man.
I understand that you're looking out for your community in that regard. But dude, you are a narc.
Yeah.
There is a child just trying to make a little bit of side hustle money. You're going to call the cops on him?
Yeah. And it's hot dogs. It's pasteurized meat.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you need to cook it to a certain temp.
Yeah, as long as the kid's not wiping his ass and like grabbing the hot dogs.
Right.
I think
good on the health. Yeah, good on the health department though for like saying, hey, we're gonna teach you how like the proper regulations for this, and then you can progress.
Yeah, and become like an actual business because they're willing to. That's just so cool to me.
Yeah.
But what's not cool is looking outside and seeing an 11-year-old
the fucking cops on an 11-year-old.
I could already see the person too, just looking through their window.
Yep. Warriors.
Someone's having fun. Grabbing the phone. 911, what's your emergency? Hi, there is an 11-year-old child
trying to make money for his family. I don't know what the fuck that is. We are flush over here.
Ma'am, what do you want us to do? There's a man being murdered in the middle of the street right now.
Well, I want you to take care of this illegal hot dog cart.
You know what I would do as a cop? I'd roll up and buy a hot dog.
Yeah, just buy 2 hot dogs and head out.
Me and my boy are eating hot dogs for lunch today, dude. That's what's going on.
No, that sounds really good, actually.
And then I'm finding that person's house and I'm throwing the trash in their yard.
Oh, man. Double whammy. I like it.
Knocking on the door, setting it on fire, and putting dog shit in that bag. That's what we're missing. That's why the world's not the same, is because we don't have enough kids running house to house setting bags of dog shit on fire.
Yeah, too bad we, did well on raising children and keeping them interested.
Now they're inside playing Minecraft.
God.
Gross. Yeah, dude, I just don't get that. Like, personally, if I saw a child doing something like that, I'd be like, oh, wow, look, an entrepreneur. A young businessman.
Yeah.
Someone who's trying to better his life.
So a question, did you ever do anything like that, similar when you were a kid?
I did it, but I did it in a much more like shady way.
Oh.
Yeah.
You sound similar to I.
So what I used to do is I used to buy, my mom used to buy me a bunch of hot Cheetos. And so what I would do is I'd grab like Ziploc bags and I'd put hot Cheetos in the Ziploc bag. And then in middle school, because they didn't sell hot Cheetos at the cafeteria, I would walk around specifically to like the gangster tables, and I'd be like, "Yo, hot Cheetos, 50 cents a bag."
Yeah,
and I'm not kidding. I made a killing.
Yeah,
and like I was the guy who's expected.
No, and that's very similar to what I did.
I was a tag team with another guy because the other guy would bring monsters to school.
Oh, okay.
Bro, middle school
beverage and the chips.
Brother,
fuck yeah, dude.
We were like, they wouldn't even eat lunch because we were like overcharging them, because after I realized what kind of supply I had, I'd be like $3 a bag, and they'd be like,
oh, that's a lot.
They'd be like, it was $2.25 last month, and I'd be like, Sorry, man. I don't make the rules.
Inflation.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I would do some. Buy in bulk and then like, hey, $1 a bag.
Yeah.
$1 a candy bar.
I used to sell a teacher hot Cheetos at school. Yeah. I won't say their name. I almost said their gender too. I won't say their name. But I would go into their class at lunch and I would be like, and I'd leave it on their desk. And then when I would go in, they were my next period. So
there
I'd
would
go
be
in,
$2
there'd be
there.
$2, yeah. And I'd just grab them off the table on the way in. Because I was a geek. I had nothing else to do. So I was like, this is how I'm going to make my side bread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, bro. How'd you do it?
So yeah, similar. I would, you would get the bulk or, like the variety pack.
Oh, yeah.
The big ass variety pack that's like $5.
Yeah.
And then sell each one individually
With
for
the
$1.
barbecue Fritos, the Cheeto Puffs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would also hire out my intellectual abilities. Tutoring.
Yeah.
Totally on the up and up.
Yep. Just tutoring. That's
totally
all.
on the up and up. Just tutoring. I wouldn't write people's essays for them or anything like
It didn't
that.
cost them $20 or anything along those lines.
Oh, 25. Inflation.
Come on, man. I need my fix. Yeah. That's how
I
it
just
was.
need a B.
I'd have people like walking up to me in class and they'd be like, hey, bro, you mind if I get one? I'd be like, we're in fucking class, dude. Go sit down.
The shop is closed. God. You wait till free period for this shit, asshole.
When I got caught, it was the worst. Because it wasn't.
Oh,
even
you got caught?
Well, yeah, it wasn't the teacher that ratted on me either. Like the
It
teacher
was one of the
stoked.
fucking students, wasn't it?
And you know who it was? It was one of the kids. I'm sure of it. It was one of the kids who was upset about my prices going up.
Oh,
That's on
those
him.
little assholes.
Yeah, dude. How dare they? I was making a killing, dude. Like, not even kidding. I would walk out of school with like $20,
Yeah.
like every other day,
Yeah.
right? Because like what I would do is like every once in a while, I'd sell like a kid, and they'd be like, "You mind if I put that on my account?" And I'd be like, "I got you, bro. Don't worry about it." And like
I'll run you a tab.
I had a notebook, and that's how they that's how he knew I was doing it, because they went through my backpack and they found the notebook with the name of students and what they owed me.
We're going to edit this out.
Pretty sure he's a cop
was it?
now.
We're going to edit this out. Who was it?
Yeah. No, I did that in middle school, and then in high school, I used to sell. I can't say it. We'll talk about something else.
Yeah, we'll talk about something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, in high school, that's really where my
Essay abilities came.
yeah, my tutoring business,
Yep.
tutoring business really kicked off.
Totally legal and
Totally legal, not against school code or anything.
nothing at all. Yeah, dude. Could you imagine? This was the conversation that was going down. Like, I would walk in and I'd be like, "Hey, thanks for meeting me in here." And then like we'd be in stalls like across from each other, and I'd be like, "Here's a hot Cheeto bag." Toss it under the stall. Then you'd grab it, and then you'd hear like a little chingle, little clank, because they'd throw over the 250.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasure doing business with you. The way that you knew it was over is I would go. And that was it.
That's the end.
Yeah, dude, the bathroom was a wild place to do business.
It really was, yeah.
But I'm serious, man. That was the worst part, is having people come up to my desk, because in middle school, I wouldn't say I'm a goody two-shoes. It was a goody two-shoes. But in middle school, I was very quiet and very reserved. But I would have kids walk up to me like at my desk and be like, "Hey, bro, you mind if I
No.
dude, look, man,
No.
I got it right here, bro."
No.
Yeah, and I'd be like, "You can't eat it during class anyways."
It's free, period, asshole.
Speaking of hot Cheetos, I have to tell you this story.
What's up?
So we had a teacher in my first period class who just absolutely totally against eating and drinking in his classroom.
Okay.
Which I understood. I mean, you're trying. I can imagine being an adult now and like you're like trying to teach students something and all you hear is chewing and sipping and like phones. I'd be losing my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy was like totally against it. And my friend, his name's Tyler, growing up, he used to put hot Cheetos in a Mountain Dew in his backpack, right?
Oh, I remember you telling me about
Bro,
this.
this is like 8 in the morning, right? And this dude would open his backpack and like he would like slip a little hot Cheeto. He'd like take a crunch, and then he'd open the Mountain Dew, and like he would always like cough. He'd be like, "Ugh," and he'd sip the Mountain Dew and like eat his hot Cheetos. This one time, so in that class, our teacher, his name was Mr. Williams. He was like,
Oh, yeah.
He was like 6 foot.
I remember.
He was like 6'5". He was a big, tall,
ridiculously tall dude.
This guy, man, I'm not even kidding. He catches Tyler doing it, and he goes, "Tyler," and he steps over the desks to get to him. And I'll never forget the look on his face of just like, oh. It was like shock and awe because this man just stepped over a desk, grabbed his backpack, pulled the bag of hot Cheetos out, half drunken Mountain Dew. He's like, "You get these after class." And I was just sitting there. I was like, dude just stepped over the desks.
Like literally just vaulted over everything to get to Tyler.
It was insane, dude. One leg, another leg. And I was like,
it's like that cartoon of like, I can't even remember which one, but it's like the.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Monty Python, the guy with the long legs. He's like, "Which way will it go?" You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I that was a hustle though. You know, it was easy.
You gotta
to make.
hustle, man.
You gotta make some cash.
Yeah.
If anything, you should produce that in students.
Yeah, you should
start their own
encourage it.
business. Yeah, illegal businesses that make you extra money.
Illegal businesses that could be legal. Let me tell you how they could be legal.
I get my ass swatted, right? Because I sold hot Cheetos, but a guy can sell NFTs and he's totally fine.
Right.
That's bullshit, man.
I agree.
Yeah, man. That was the worst too. My mom was very clinical in her. Okay, so at the school that I went to, there was a policy where if you did wrong, the teacher could, not teacher, the principal could take
swat you. Yeah,
he could swat you.
Yeah,
right? He had a paddle.
Yeah,
paddle
and you
here.
had to like each parent had to sign like you can beat my kid form.
Yeah, you know the old, we're old school in this house.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure your parents signed yours.
Oh yeah,
my parents
1000%.
definitely signed mine.
So
I was gonna, and the fucking worst part about it is, yeah, you got your ass beat at school,
Yeah.
and then you got it 10 times worse when you got home.
Yeah.
So why not just cut out the middleman and have your ass beat once?
See, and that's the thing, dude. Corporal punishment, and I'm not saying it's right. You know, I get it. We kind of evolved, but did it keep me in line? You damn right it did.
No, it didn't. And just like, I can take a beating. It's fine. I've taken worse.
Imagine getting taken to the principal's office and he's like, "Oh, I'm not using the SWAT on you today," and he just puts on a pair of boxing gloves. And he's like,
"All right,
we're gonna stand toe to toe."
All right, Mr. Johnson, let's fucking go.
Go. And you're just like, oh. Yeah, dude. Because like in the 50s, teachers used to just be able to like put kids in chokeholds if like a kid was acting up.
Well, that happened in our time.
Some
You don't
50
remember? Oh, no, you didn't go to that middle school.
Yeah, no, some 55-year-old woman would just like grab you in a chokehold and be like, "I'm putting you out." And you'd be like,
oh, tap.
Yeah.
Say uncle.
Oh my gosh, she's doing a triangle choke. She's doing a triangle choke on Johnny.
It's a hurricanrana.
DDT. Oh, under the desk. By God.
By God, that man is broken in half.
Broken in half. Yeah, dude. School back then was crazy. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It's crazy now because I get it. Like, kids are going through some wild shit right now. But, like, growing up for us, well, there was a lot less, like, it was a lot more, like, physical. Like, there was a lot more punching.
Well, yeah, and...
Like, if a kid had a problem with you at school, he just threw hands.
Yeah, and that's one thing.
Yeah.
One thing that I do want to kind of bring up is, like, around here, there has been that growth of other violence, the like, more...
The less than...
Like, more gangland violence type shit. Do you know we're getting compared... We might have to bleep this out, but we're getting compared to right now.
For real?
We are.
I mean, it makes sense.
Because of our shootings and,
like
and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely going to have to get edited out.
Yeah, that's going to get edited out. But, yeah, like, I don't know if it's progress... or
hey, we're getting
progressing from a small town to a big city.
We're getting compared to a big city, brother. You know? No, I find that funny because like that was one of the things that I was telling them. I was like, we should progress as a community. You know, like the issue with our small town is that we have kind of like a chamber of like.
It's not a chamber. It's a council of three.
Yeah, it's a council of people who don't want to see this place grow because they are happy making the money that they're making from it.
Right.
The issue is that
And if more money comes in, then that needs to be dispersed.
Yeah.
And they don't want that.
When I talked to people about it, I told them, I was like, man, wouldn't it be a lot smarter if we were to like trying to make things to keep people here? Right? Like that just makes sense. Like you want
people are already trapped here. You don't need more people here.
See, but that's the thing. with like the adult population that's coming up, people who are coming straight out of high school, what's the point of staying here? Right?
There is no point.
Exactly.
Other than you're trapped.
So why don't we make things to have people be successful and want to stay here?
Well, because then that breeds people wanting a piece of the pie.
Right. And that was the thing.
And some not so civilized people wanting a piece of that pie.
See, but I told that's what we were talking about, because someone said the same thing. They're like, well, if we grow, it's going to bring weirdos and stuff like that, right?
Gangland violence.
But I said the same thing. I was like, yeah, but it's happening and we're not growing.
Mm-hmm.
So like we're losing all around right now.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? Like we're not gaining anything. We're not keeping population and everything still sucks in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like if we were to bring like jobs, like factories or whatever, like a reason for people to want to stay and like try and build a life here, be a totally different story.
Yeah. All the factories have shut down as far as I'm
we don't have a factory
left. The last one that shut down, I actually worked on, it was called Workforce. It was pretty much ESL, teaching them, like learning how to do resumes, learning how to work computers, that kind of thing. And that was the last factory that shut down. And I really hope they're doing okay, but I got taken off of that because they didn't have enough money to pay me to teach them.
See, and that's the issue, is like things like that shouldn't be happening.
Right.
You know, like what's messed up is that like a lot of the houses that we have nowadays, they're like inherited by people. And so these people don't necessarily have to like do a whole lot to keep the house because they don't have to pay for the house, right? So
yeah, you just have property tax and utilities. Yeah, that's it.
Because like in a small town, and this probably just goes to small towns all over the place, you have two options. You either get in on one of the businesses locally or you work in the service industry.
Pretty much, yeah.
You don't really, or you get into like a manual labor
or a
job.
Specialty.
Yeah, like you
like
become an electrician
trade
or a plumber or That's not cool. Like that shouldn't be the way that it is. You know what I mean? And it's getting real weird, but that's all I'm saying is like, yeah, I mean, we would bring in some strange people, but at the very least, we would have jobs to like fill most people's lives. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you just have to find something that you like to do, and then you can do it. You know what I mean? And us not growing is just going to continue to like keep.
Yeah. And we have so much land mass that you could like do more with it.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of unused properties and lots and whatnot around here that you could ostensibly build anything you want.
It's like people like to say that whole like, oh, well, people just don't want to work. It's like, well, no shit, dude. No one wants to work in a McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, no, not everyone like wants to be a fry cook. Not everyone, like some people want to like do something. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's just working on a computer, just give them that opportunity, or like putting together a toy car. I don't know, man. Like, just let them do something else than being like a, here's your fries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's the counts of three, and they see what they have seen, they know what they know.
And they have. Yeah.
And they have what they want.
And they don't want anyone to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the farmer doesn't want the cows getting what the other cows have got.
Okay. Weird metaphor, but yeah.
I think I think it's really funny because like it's wild to me how like certain politicians, you could just get into a position and then like the rest of your life you're just set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're just taking bribes.
It's almost like tenure.
Yeah.
Like tenure for professors. Like
you're
just there.
What an easy job, dude.
I know.
You just show up to work every morning, nice $1,000 suit, you sit down. Wonder how I can fuck up my community today.
That looks like a good option.
We're going to go and attack that project today. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I have such an issue with it. And you know what, dude? I'm going to say it right now. Okay. If there's anyone in this small town who knows us, revolt. Don't like get violent, But like,
No, like-
stand up, dude. Do something about it. Like, talk. Like,
Well, that's the thing is like we're
vote
like,
these fuckers out, dude.
Yeah.
It's time to get rid of them.
Well, nobody votes, especially around here. That's the thing is the young people don't vote. They don't
it's because
do shit.
It's because people
What
feel like they
do-
don't have a voice.
Well, yes, they feel like, especially around here, they don't have a voice. But when they do feel they start to get a voice, they move elsewhere, and
Yeah.
then they attribute that voice to that place
Right.
because they don't want to be here. Whereas opposed to if they took it and, like you said, not revolted, but peaceful protest. Like speak your mind, get people on board with you, advertise, hand out planchets or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
And
You have to remember, man, like, and again, like, because we got a lot of young listeners on this thing. Like, most of the people who listen to us are young. That's in the demographic. That's what I see. I'm serious, man. They want to keep you down, and they like doing that. They like you being comfortable in your, like, in whatever you're doing. But like, in order for things to change, and in order for us to like move forward,
And
this
progress.
goes to every small community. You have to stand up. You have to make a difference because their entire power comes from the simple fact that no one knows when they're voting for these people.
right,
Like,
no one knows
I don't know
when,
about
no one
you.
knows who,
Yeah.
what their stands are.
When's the last time you voted for one of our mayors?
Never,
Yeah. When's the last time you voted for one of the councilmen?
never.
You want to know why? Because they don't tell you
I don't
when
know.
it happens.
Yeah, and I don't know
Elections-
who's doing shit.
Yeah, you don't know who's making a difference. You don't know any of that, and that's the thing. You like it's only us that has the different like the change. Like we are like literally the change that we could be. You know, this is getting crazy.
yeah.
I'm serious though. It's wild to me that there's a person out there who can wake up every morning, stroll into like a fucking office, basically work for 30 minutes, and then the rest of the day they just sit there and just kind of hang out. Oh, well, I have to go to a committee meeting this afternoon and blah, blah, blah. You got to get those people out of there because
Right.
they're not there for the right reason. It's just like, it bothers me, man. It really
I
does.
understand.
This is a crazy episode.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the usual.
Well, I did want to bring up just real quick. I went to what was called Boys State. I don't know if you remember what that was in high school.
No, what's up?
So you go and it's basically like student government, but it's people from all over the state.
Cool.
So you're split up into different cities, different counties, and overall, like the state. So I ran for mayor of my city. I ended up getting mayor of my city, and I ran for governor. Didn't end up getting governor, but like it really gets you thinking about how all of these parts move. And I loved being mayor of my city. Like I advocated for them all the way. Like we really figured out what our stands were, what we were going to do, what we were willing to, what we were willing to allow, and what we needed as a city. And that like really opened my eyes. And I want that more in the school system.
Yeah.
Not just like this special privilege that you get.
If you have like a certain GPA or whatever.
Yeah. And you make the right applications and write the right essay, whatever. I want that more applicable and more attainable to people.
Right.
Like in the teenage years, especially in the teenage years, because that's when you're really formulating what you believe, what you want out of life.
Yeah. Well, not only that, like the other thing is like what else would be very good to be accessible is knowing when like local elections and things like that.
Yeah,
happen.
that should be advertised.
Instead of it just that should be as advertised as like us getting a new fucking Del Taco.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like why
everybody
is it that,
knows that there's a new Del Taco. Who the fuck knows that?
Why do I not know that there's a mayor, like who the mayoral election when it is, but I know that there's a fucking Dutch Bros coming into town.
Right.
That's the issue that I have.
I understand
So,
completely.
Let me just this is the call to action, then we're gonna go back to dicks and fart jokes. I'm serious, man. Like we're the only people who can change that. Like especially if you live in a small town, even if you
Us
don't
in
live
the
in this
lower
small town.
demographic
Yeah.
are
even if you don't live in our small town and you see something like this going on, those people are only in power because there's people who vote them in.
Right.
The reason they're in power is because they have 4 people in their family who know the election's going on, and those 4 people voted them in.
Right.
You got to change that. And I get it. It's scary. Yeah, I understand. Don't get me wrong. I'm 100% with you. I'm also terrified of rich white people. They're horrifying. But man,
they are.
You got to make a change. And that goes to here too, like where we're living. I won't say our city, but like
right now,
there's shit going down and they're not doing anything about it, dude.
Yeah.
They are just sitting there like literally like high horse gated community ass people. And you got to like, things have to change because as far as I'm concerned, if you don't give people opportunity, there's not going to be any change.
There's not going to be any change, and it's just going to be a repeating of the times.
Yeah. Anyways, did you know that people poop themselves in line for like Disneyland?
Really?
Yeah. So they'll be waiting for like a ride, and then they'll like, because they don't want to have to get out of the line, they'll literally like pee and poop themselves.
They don't have like a line saver?
No.
They don't.
No, you gotta just, some people will. Because if you go there by yourself, no one can save your spot.
Who goes to Disneyland by themselves, though?
A lot.
That's a fucking sociopath.
Have you not heard about Disney adults?
No.
Whoa,
Well, okay,
you don't
but
know
even
about
then,
Disney
like,
adults?
you usually go with somebody else. Like, you go with a friend or
There's
somebody.
people who go to that shit by themselves.
Why?
Because, like, they're afraid of reality, and that's the only thing that keeps them out of it.
So they'd rather piss and shit themselves than...
Well, yeah, dude, they want to ride the Millennium Falcon.
Or go beforehand. What the hell?
Yeah. I just thought about, like, the guy playing Darth Vader, and he's just like,
it smells like shit.
Not Darth Vader voice, but I'll take it.
oh, here you go.
It smells like shit. Did someone poop
I'm sorry,
themselves?
Zordon. I'm
What's
sorry.
going on?
I was waiting for 35, 40 minutes. I didn't know how to calculate time.
Who had lasagna last night? You know what I mean?
Oh, but yeah, dude, like there's a community of like adults who go to Disneyland, and because they go by themselves, because I mean, what else would they do with their lives while they're waiting for the Bambi line? They just defecate all over themselves.
Totally makes sense. Okay.
You wouldn't do that, dude. Like if you're trying to
No.
get into the haunted mansion.
Shit, I could be 5 people behind and be like, no, if it's time, it's fucking, nope. Where's the nearest bathroom? Actually, I've already mapped out the nearest bathroom. I'm going to head right there right now.
The idea of standing behind someone and just hearing.
You know what? Actually, you're one behind now. Fucking back up.
Hey, dude, are you good?
I'm not being downwind from you.
I've just been waiting to ride the Alice in Wonderland line for 2 hours, and I can't give up my spot.
You know what? Fuck Disneyland. I'm going home. I'm not
Going to
doing this.
Universal.
Yeah, I'm going to Universal Studios. I'll go to Six Flags. It's basically the same shit.
Wait, do you know what Disney adults are?
Like people who like Disney who are adults who don't have kids.
Oh no, it's worse than that. There are
It's
people
worse
who
than
like make their entire life about Disney.
Oh.
So like there's people who like walk around the park and be like, I noticed that the statue on 3rd and Mickey Mouse Drive is 3D printed. How dare Disneyland try to get this past us? It's like, how often are you going to this place?
That you recognize.
They're like, they made the block on the 2nd Street on latitude 37.5, longitude 386, a different color this week. And I don't know how to feel about it. And you're like, brother, get a job.
Yeah. Or, I don't know, get a better job or a better
at Disneyland.
interest.
If you
Work
want-
at
yeah.
Disneyland. If you're that fucking interested, work at Disneyland.
Yeah, dude.
What the hell?
Yeah, bro, just go try out for Dick Van Dyke.
I have
don't
like
know.
a lot of interests, and none would drive me to that.
To become
Not
a Disney
one.
adult.
Not one.
I don't know. It seems like kind of a fun, little nostalgic time. You know what I mean? You wake up every morning, put your little Mickey Mouse ears on.
Nope.
Guess I'm going to Disneyland today. You
For the
hop in an-
25th time this month.
You hop in an Uber. The Uber driver's like, I'm tired.
I already know where I'm
Okay.
going.
2 hours to Disneyland. Let's go. You know, like don't get me wrong. It's a cool. I mean, I've never been to Disneyland. It seems like an awesome place to
I've
go
been
check
to-
out once.
What's the one in Florida?
That's Disney World. Dude.
Okay, I've been to Disney World. I've never been to any
Yeah,
other.
Disney World is like
and Disney World was annoying enough for me.
Yeah. So Disneyland is like New York, you know, where it's like, oh, there's so many attractions and everything's super fun.
But there's somebody pissing
Yeah.
next to.
But they
Mickey
hide
Mouse.
it well, right?
Uh-huh.
So Disney World is like stabbings. That's like Detroit.
Okay.
It's like the Detroit of the
I
Disney.
saw like 1 or 2 stabbings. That makes sense.
Yeah, that would be just waiting for the Haunted Mansion ride. Some guy just,
Oh, we got another one.
awesome, dude. One more spot in line.
Oh, I was going to say there's another ghost for the Haunted Mansion. Bad joke. Dad joke. Sorry.
Oh, man. There's a ghost in here. How could you tell? That wasn't me.
Totally wasn't me.
Dude,
Totally wasn't.
Because like, and you know what sucks about Disneyland is that I'm not going. If I go now, I'm not going to the Disneyland that I thought of as a kid because they've changed
no.
everything. Everything's like Marvel and Star Wars now. You know,
That's for true.
like they changed the Haunted Mansion line ride to the Guardians of the Galaxy one now. Yeah, yeah.
That's upsetting.
You can go spend $300 on a lightsaber now too, and have Kylo Ren bless it like some sort of fucked up Catholic priest or something like that.
Well, I'm kind of glad that I did get to see the Haunted Mansion then before it got taken away.
Yeah, I'm jelly. I wish I could have done that.
It was kind of lame.
Well, yeah, most of it is
lame.
When you actually get there, it's lame.
There's too many people,
Yeah.
and it's just not fun.
Yeah, there's people just shitting and pissing themselves all
Yeah,
over the place.
all over the place. Couple of stabbings. I'm just like, this is just like being back in my hometown. Why am I here?
God, someone needs to
I could
vote
have seen
this.
somebody piss and shit themselves at home.
Somebody needs to vote this commission out of here. I'm telling you. Yeah, dude, it's nuts. I mean, like I said, it's adults are now making Disney their entire life, and to me,
I
that's
can't
just
support that.
wild.
Yeah,
man.
I
Like,
cannot support that. I'm sorry.
I'm a firm believer in just
do what you want. Do what makes you happy.
I understand. yeah.
But I don't know. Like you, there has to be more to your life. There
Today I'm
really
going to
has.
the 75th celebration of Mickey's left toe at Disneyland. Come with me. You know what I mean?
I've only been to 5 before.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're insane too, man. Because like you have to think these people have to get up at like 6 a.m. That's such a wild life to live. You're waking up at 6 a.m, going to Disneyland like it's your job. You're not getting paid to do it either, and you're walking around.
You're
just-
paying them to do it.
like imagine seeing a 30-year-old being like, "Oh my gosh, it's Peter Pan!" You know, like running over him.
Dude, calm down. All right.
I love you, Peter Pan. Get a picture with me.
Get a breath. All right, dude.
I couldn't
take a
imagine
breather.
having to play like Kylo Ren or something like that, and then like a person running up to you and being like, "Can I get a picture?" You're like, "You're 45." You know, like I understand, like if you were in this situation and you're, I don't know, like I get it. Like if you're a tourist, but like if I've seen you here 5 times this week,
then
I don't want to get a
Jeffrey,
picture with you
go
anymore.
fucking home. All right, this is the 25th picture this fucking week.
Brother, you're
Go
living off
home.
you're living off of $25 turkey legs.
And pretzels.
You need to get out of here.
See the world.
I-
This is Disney World.
This is the world. This is all I know. I pray to Mickey at night. just sucking off the Walt Disney
Yeah.
statue.
Oh yeah, that fucking anti-Semite. Did anybody forget about that, or am I the only fucking
Doesn't
cynic?
matter. You know,
Am I the only cynic that wants to point that out nowadays?
it's crazy.
Actually made propaganda for World War II. Throwing that out there. For Hitler.
Hey Disney. Now we got 2 really powerful people against us. We have
Yeah.
the local city council against us
And
the Disney
Walt Disney.
Corporation.
On that note,
Sir, a podcast with 30 listeners.
take them out.
His eyes open like, bring them to me. I hear you boys are not fans of my product.
Damn it. Already.
Oh, they're here already?
We haven't even posted this yet.
Man, they move faster than what's Tom
Phantom.
Cruise? Scientologists. They move faster than the Scientologists, these guys. That's impressive.
All right.
All right. Well,
On that note,
I think we've pissed off enough people.
I think so.
People who are against hunting, our local council,
Disney.
Disney.
People who like Disney.
I swear to God, this is going to be the episode that like actually hits too, isn't it? This is going to be the one where everyone listens and it's going to be like, 2 shitbags poop all over Disney about us pooping our pants at the Disneyland rides. How do you
on
even
that
enjoy
note,
yourself sitting in the Dumbo ride, pants full of poo-poo?
well, on that note, Shooting from the Hip podcast, by our Depends. I'm Richard.
I'm Juan. This has been Shooting from the Hip.